a Jewish convert to Islam. I should say a former Jewish, now a convert to Islam. Alhamdulillah, this all took place about 7 years ago. Alhamdulillah. Actually, I was learning about Islam 2 years before that. My story is that I grew up in a secular Jewish family. At age 18, I became an Orthodox Jew, and I learned in rabbinical school, or what they call a yeshiva, and I was a rabbinical Jew or Orthodox Jew from age 18 up until age 31. Age 31, I moved from the United States, and I was in Palestine, or what I used to refer to then as Israel. And I was in a chat room, and I met a Muslim online, and he was talking to me about Islamic monotheism, in particular about Tawheed al-Uluhiyyah, Tawheed al-Rububiyyah, and we were comparing Islamic monotheism to Judaism. And I thought I understood Judaism well, because I used to the temple and so forth and so on. But after speaking to this brother, truly it wasn't pure monotheism, because the Jews really take their rabbis as their God, because they believe that the Talmud is more perfect than the Word of God, even in their already corrupted version of the Torah today. And when I say already corrupted, it's because, first of all, the entire Torah of the Jews is written in a completely different font than the original Torah was, and the fact that there's 11 grammatical errors that any Stam Sofer, or any person that writes the Torah, will tell you there's 11 errors. So if there's 11 errors there, then of course it's already been changed. And since the whole alphabet has been changed, then of course the whole Torah has been changed. So, alhamdulillah, when I started to read the Quran, and the Quran, of course, which has been the same for over 1400 years, word for word, with a promise from Allah that it will never be changed. And subhanAllah, it never has. I mean, of course, there'll always be some madman that comes out and tries to stick an ayah in, but this person's always exposed. When I mean perfect Quran, I mean the same Quran that's read in every masjid around the world, whether they're Shia or a Sunni or whatever they are. It's the same Quran that's read every Jummah in every masjid in the world. I saw a perfect religion and a perfect faith. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God, tells us who is Allah, where is Allah. Allah istawala al-arsh, He is above us, He is with us in His knowledge. He's not part of us like the Jewish religion teaches, that the neshama is a piece of God. The neshama means the soul. And the Jews believe that the soul is a piece of God, and they believe it's inside the person, and by eating kosher food, etc., it feeds the soul, which is the link to God. So they believe that God can be a man, and they believe that rabbis or the hakamat can be, they're holy people, more holy than others. So they believe some people are more godly than others, thus many people worship them. If you look at like Lubavitch or these type of Hasidic groups, they think their rebbes are holy people, and they go to them to pray for them. They use them for intercession, etc., etc. Whereas in Islam, we have no holy people, and we have one God, and we submit only to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with no intercessors, no sons, no daughters, and no board of trustees. So alhamdulillah, after I finished reading the Quran, I took my wife, it was my religious wife of 9 years at that time, and we went for a walk, and I told her, I love you very much, but I have to tell you something, this is true, that I'm a Muslim. She said, she went crazy. And she said, I was born a Jew and I'll die Jew. I said, hey, listen, it's a deal. You can do what you want. I read the Quran, and I believe the Quran is the truth. And, the Rasul Prophet, he was married to a former Jew and a former Christian. So we had the rukhsah, we had the permission to be married to Ahl Kitab. And Safiya, who was one of the Prophet Muhammad's wives, was a Jewess, and she became a Muslim. So I have the same permission. I told her, you can keep the kids in the school they're in now, do what you want, just as long as you want. And that was that. From the Emirates, and I told them, my religion was Muslim. And how could I have done that? What did I just do? They said, Yusuf, just make the wag here, you make the wag, you make hard either. Inshallah, within 2 weeks, my wife, my former Jewess, read the Quran and took Shahada. And in fact, she made all the neighbors' dishes unkosher for them. They sit over the dishes. They use the mixed it with milk, which she never would have done. Alhamdulillah. Anyway, ala kulli hal, they say. We soon then became Muslims, alhamdulillah. We didn't tell the kids at first, and my son Abdulaziz did something very interesting just to show the fiqh that he was in. We once went to a conference in the school, and they were learning in Rashid Torani, which is the religious Shas school. And his teacher, he hated his teacher. He's a very sweet boy, but he hated her. And she said, "Oh, Mr. Cohen, tell me something. Your son told me that father's going to come here with the Arabs and he's going to kill all of us." SubhanAllah. I said, "Where did this come from?" "This is what my son Abdulaziz," then his name was Ezra, "this is what he told me." I have no idea where he got this from because these were not my words. I never said this. But alhamdulillah, Abdulaziz had wala wal bara. He had the proper bara for the Yahud at that time. That means he loves and he hates for the sake of Allah. The kids took it very well, alhamdulillah. We moved to Al-Quds in Palestine, where we lived for many years, and then we lived in the West Bank in the Mantiqa Ramallah area. And after that we moved to Morocco, which is where we live today, and my kids, alhamdulillah, are all in madrasa doing Sharia, and Ilum Sharia, and they're learning the Quran the whole day, and alhamdulillah, Rabbi Alameen, everything seems to be well, and I'll let you hear from the rest of my family soon. We're just putting together a bunch of little videos, and inshallah, we hope that this awakens or incites the believers, and we hope that this is a tool to call the kuffar, the disbelievers, meaning the Jews and the Christians and all other faiths besides Islam, as you can see in Surah number 3, Ayah 85, to come to the one truth, Islam, the one truth, the truth in legislation, the complete system of Islam. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And to the non-Muslims, hey, have a nice day, guys.